And I'm Jacqueline Carlisle, and this is Tuskegee Online. I'm here with Noah Hopkins, who's a candidate for the Tuskegee City Council District 2. And how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing just great, Jackie, and
Good.
I appreciate you inviting me.
I'm so glad that you accepted the invitation. And now that you're running for City Council, what is it that you want to do for the next 4 years?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm just going to continue to do the same thing I've been doing as a citizen advocate, and that's to shine a different light on Tuskegee. You know, it's shine a positive light on Tuskegee. But one thing about that I do in my weekly column, the Tuskegee News, it's always positive and progressive, the things that I write about. And that's one of my many ways of shining a positive light on Tuskegee. But I want to also position Tuskegee to reap the benefits and the rewards of tourism. You know, right? Work on jobs, education, healthcare. And as Vice Chairman of the Macon County Healthcare Authority, I'm in a position to sort of keep my finger on the pulse of the medical community in this town. And one thing good about the Thomas Reed Center, which I'm so used to getting, even though I'm chairman and vice chair of the board, I have trouble trying to call it by the new name, you know, which is Tuskegee Medical and Surgical Center.
Yes.
You know, but the good thing about that, we have several doctors who have come in on a rotating basis, such as dermatologists, podiatry, mammography, and physical therapy, and cardiology. Even though we have 5 permanent doctors there right now too, and the census has been growing too. By the way, I'm also vice chair of East Alabama Workforce Investment Network. You know, and EA Win, as we're called, in partnership with Trinity State College. Last year, we got a $2.1 million grant in strictly just for Macon County and Tuskegee to train people in high school and also underemployed and unemployed people, and also those people in Macon County who are currently working in the automotive industry, to train them up to get better jobs. And just to make sure that they have a chance at getting some jobs in the industry. There are thousands of jobs out there right now. So that's one of the many things that we do. And this money will help unemployed people in Tuskegee get jobs.
Yes.
There's so many people we have now unemployed, you know. As a result of the money, people will get better jobs than ones that's already working there. Also, let me take a breath here now, because I've got so much to tell you.
No, please, that's what we want to
do. Since I live in District 2, my efforts on the City Council will improve conditions in District 2. You know, I will strive to pave and resurface streets in our district, you know, so support programs at Moulton Field Airport,
yes.
You know, because that's really important, because I am an aviation enthusiast too. And I will have innovative plans for making the assets that we have in Tuskegee working. And I look forward to working with the other city council people and our mayor to help me to put those things in practice, you know. I have skills and expertise that I've been using to benefit Tuskegee all along, you know, and things have not changed. I published a tourism resource guide, you know, do many things, and I'm just excited to be running for this office and looking forward to starting to work on it.
Awesome. And I do think with your expertise, especially in tourism and now with the workforce, if opportunities come, you will be able to help generate or be a person to speak on these issues and how it will be done.
Definitely so. I cannot wait to do that. You know, but I do have some solid plans for Tuskegee to help us move forward. Now, I can't do it by myself, so I'm going to have help from my fellow council people.
Yes. Okay. Now, you know, even though we're discussing specific things, during the recent months, the city and the utility board was sued, and the findings are going to be short for the city. How are you planning on dealing with that or working with that?
Well, first of all, too, that's a very good question. But I think I'd have to wait until I get in office and get together with other council people and our city manager, by the way, whom I think we have a fantastic city manager. But I think I might want to wait to do that. But the good thing about that lawsuit is, if you notice this month, your utility bill's a little bit cheaper.
Well, no, mine wasn't, mine was
Well,
about the same.
but the fee is not on the bill this month.
That's true. My parents, I have to admit, my parents' bill was significantly different, but mine wasn't. So I'm not sure why.
Well, you're gonna have somebody come out and take a look and see what's wrong.
What's your recommendation if you served on the utility board? All right. You said you don't want to get into this topic just yet, but with with the reducing revenue, there might have to be cutbacks. Are you willing to make cutbacks not only with the services that we have with work enforcement?
Well, to be honest with you, we probably can take a good look at it. There's probably a lot of things that we can cut back. There may be some people who might want to retire too. But there's certain situations, but there's always a way to work your way out of it. You just have to be a thinking city council that can really look at things and then make some plans on it. It's going to be hard probably, but we have, like I said, we have a great city manager who's very smart, and he gets some smart people on that city council people. We put our heads together and we can figure out ways to save the city. And then look at different ways of bringing in different revenue. You know, because that's one of the things that I've noticed. I've been in Tuskegee about 11 years. And one thing that I notice is, too, that they seem to, every time we run into a financial problem, the only thing we do is add more taxes onto the citizens. You know, so there are other types of revenues, things you can do to develop income for your city. One of the major things is, I mentioned earlier, about developing the downtown. Most small towns, their revenues come largely from the businesses that they have downtown because they have a lot of the tax base is better. And I look forward to us doing some things out of Exit 30. I've been hearing a lot about that. But I honestly think that our downtown could save us.
How?
By strictly bringing in some new business, some new investors to come in, also encouraging people in the community to save themselves. You know, I have a plan for that too. I don't want to divulge it now. But
well, no, this is the time to divulge into your
I don't know,
plans.
because sometimes when you divulge your plans too early, sometimes other people try to take.
Believe it or not, August 23rd will be here before you know
I know,
that.
and I can't wait.
Yes, yes.
But there's some plans. I think I'm talking to a lot of people on my campaigning. There are a lot of people that live here that really would like to help, that really would like to see things happen. If you talk to them right and you give them a plan, they'll get to it. I mean, when I say a lot, I mean at least.
No, I understand.
You know, at least about 30 or 40 people I talk to. And the good thing about it is those people who moved back here, many of them who live in other places, and they have their children who moved out after they graduated from college or high school, and they'd be willing to come back if we provided the right way for them to come back. And who can more or less persuade them than their parents or their grandparents?
That's so true. That is so true. Continue? Okay. See, I was trying to see if it was time for a break, but we're going to continue.
That's okay. Who needs a break?
Who needs one?
Yes.
You are doing so fine, and I appreciate this. In District 2, there are several parks and areas which have just grown down or haven't been completely developed. What is your plans about that? I'm speaking right now of the Louise Field Park, which was supposed to be continued to be developed, but that somehow that project was dropped. Over in the Rockefeller, Auburn Street, they have a community center that is not able to be used. Do you have any ideas about that, or have you?
Well, to be honest with you, I've looked at Henderson Park
Okay.
as one of the main parks too that I think we could develop something that can actually turn out to be a great increase for our tax base. But those other parks too, I think what we need to do is get some neighborhood people involved.
Okay.
You know, I think that's one of the things that we miss out. We have so many people here who moved away before and moved back. They had great careers in other cities and stuff. If we can use that brain power to help us develop those parks, even if we do a lot of volunteer, there's so many citizens volunteer to do work. We have every kind of profession you can think of here in Tuskegee.
Yes.
Why can't we call on the citizens to save ourselves?
That's so true. That is so true. You're discussing the people who left and came back. Your city manager, James Harper.
That's right,
Was
excellent
gone,
example.
gone, was from Tuskegee,
Excellent
came
example.
back, and now look at what he's doing.
That's right, an excellent job. I'm telling you, I am so happy to have him in that position, knowing that I'm about to be elected to city council. To work, have somebody like him to work with is really a pleasure.
Now you discuss Henderson Park, the lake, which is right down the hill from Henderson Park. I see that there's been some development down at the lake. What would you do, or would you improve on it, or how do you feel about the lake?
Now, the development that you're talking about is that.
The tap on the
the
bay
fishing-
shop,
ex-
the cleaning.
Yeah, he did excellent job with that, Mr. Greenlee. He did an excellent job with that. But the part of Henderson Park, the lake, is that small part of the lake where it slopes down to the lake. Now, I see that as an opportunity,
Oh,
you know.
do tell.
Yeah, I mean, we can create something very nice. We can have sand hauled in, create a man-made beach that goes down to the lake, you know, and give our citizens something different to do. And maybe get some investors to come in and help to do some of that building that's up down the hill, which seems like it has some really great bones to it now. I guess we'd have to have an engineer take a look at it. But there's so much, and we have that beautiful pool there. There's just so much we can do with Henderson Park. And then if we get Henderson Park done, then we can also concentrate on those other parks you mentioned earlier that need to be done. Sometimes we embark upon projects, in not only Tuskegee and other small towns, where we don't fully have it planned yet. We don't have exactly how to see from the beginning to end how we're gonna pay for it, how we're gonna get it finished. And that's one of the things that I hope that our new city council and stuff, that we can get together and say, let's not plan anything unless we know we can complete it.
Okay. You also discussed the airport. I know that they're in the process of doing a terminal. Again, your input or how you feel about that?
I think we need a terminal, but I also think we need an extended runway.
Okay.
You see, just like Atlanta probably wouldn't be Atlanta without that airport. You know, in many cities too, airports are a great asset for their cities to use. If we extend that runway, that means we can bring in some larger planes. We might even get to talk with people about having some cargo shipped in here. So there's lots you can do with it, you know. And that's what I'm trying to say. District 2 is full of all kinds of great things that, you know, that can really help me to develop some of my ideas. And I truly believe that there are a lot of people that want to come in and help us. But sometimes you just have to ask.
That's it. That's it. Well, it has been a pleasure, and I've enjoyed this, and I'm hoping that you continue your success with the bid for city council.
Oh, I'm gonna keep up the drumbeat until I'm sitting in that seat.
All right. Well,
Thank you so much for having me. And by the way, let me ask the people that's watching, please vote for me for City Council District 2.
That's it. And that is Jacqueline Carlisle with Tuskegee Online.